The Milwaukee Bucks have recently been on a run to shut down all the haters. In a short amount of time, they have gone from the 14th seed to becoming the in-season tournament champions. Giannis Antetokounmpo specifically has been on a monster run, averaging 33, 12, and 6 on 61% shooting. Doc Rivers has also locked in, leading the team to win 7 of their last 10 games and propelling the Bucks to the 5th seed. And Darvin Ham has stayed undefeated in the in-season tournament, which doesn't make him any less of a fraud, but it is something. But this comeback by Milwaukee isn't just some random stroke of good luck. Philadelphia should be on the same level as them, and they're still 12th with an injured Jared McCain. And they also have the most fraudulent stars of the past 2 decades. So I did some digging and uncovered undeniable proof of why Milwaukee has been playing better. The Milwaukee Bucks have brought themselves back into contention, all because of the hit gotcha game, Zenless Zone Zero. To start us off, we'll analyze a few games wherein this phenomenon occurs, starting on November 8th. On this game against the Jazz, Cream City was able to walk away with an easy 23-point win. The Greek Freak posted up 31 points and 16 rebounds, with Damian Lillard going on a heater with 34 points and 7 assists. Bobby Portis Jr. also performing well off the bench with a clean 19 points. Milwaukee also did well with handling the ball this game, with 20 assists on 10 turnovers as a team, compared to Utah's 24 assists to 21 turnovers. Overall, a dominant victory by the Bucks, but hold on because I hear what you're thinking. The Jazz are a tanking team, and it says a lot when their highest scorer this game is some ball-hogging Filipino that doesn't play defense and averages 2.4 square-ups per season. But you gotta remember that this is early season Milwaukee. They lost 6 straight games leading up to this point, 2 of which being against the Chicago Bulls and the Brooklyn Nets. They even let Peyton Pritchard drop 28 on their heads, and Ja Morant got a triple-double on them, rounded off with back-to-back losses to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And adding on, this singular game was a turning point for Milwaukee's season. After giving the Jazz a wedgie, Milwaukee would go on to win 13 of their next 19 games. Now hold on again because I still know what you're thinking. Yeah, this is cool and all, but what does this have to do with Zenless? Well, what if I told you that this comeback by Milwaukee was all caused by Tsukishiro Yanagi? Zenless Zone Zero released Yanagi on November 6th, which was right after Milwaukee's huge losing streak. After this point, everything that I just went over occurred and the Bucks decided to lock in. And if you still don't believe me, then fasten your seatbelt because there's more. November 27, Bucks vs Heat. Miami has been delivering ass whoopings to Milwaukee for a while now, bouncing them from the playoffs in 2023 and ass blasting them in a 26-point win on Valentine's Day this year. However, on this day, the Heat just weren't able to deliver against the Bucks even without Giannis. And for Cream City, this was huge. Damian Lillard was the star of the show, hitting 37 points with 12 assists and also hitting 8 of his 13 shots from downtown. The team was playing pretty well from deep, most notably with Brook Lopez hitting a perfect 3 for 3 from 3. The reason for Milwaukee randomly turning on a heater for this game is because of Leiter. His banner released on the same day as this game, and the result was a Bucks win even without their star player. And that says a lot because if you know the Bucks, you know that they usually can't do anything without the Freak, which is what makes this game more impressive. All thanks to Devil May Good. Scooting over to our last instance, we have the day of the in-season tournament finals. Now, just to give a bit of context to this game, it was so unfair that literally no one I knew was watching. First of all, it was on a random Wednesday. And secondly, the Thunder was getting fucked in the ass so hard by the Greek Freak. With the NBA Cup on the line, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander decides to hit 8 of his 24 field goals. And the rest of the team isn't that much better. J-Dub hit 8 for 20, and the whole squad combined for a grand total of 13 assists and 10 turnovers, totaling up to an assist to turnover ratio of 1.3. Abysmal. But anyways, let's go back to Milwaukee because they performed really well this game. Giannis posts up a triple-double with 26, 19, and 10. Damian Lillard and Brook Lopez both go 50% from deep, and Taurean Prince gets his fair share of deep shots, hitting 40%. Milwaukee also heavily out-rebounded the Thunder with 52 compared to 43, and 25 assists compared to 13. It was overall a dominant performance from Milwaukee, and they rightfully deserve to have that NBA Cup title under their belt. They're definitely enjoying that $500,000 cash prize, which they can easily use on... Wait a second, Zenless Zone Zero drop Hoshimi Miyabi on the 18th. I can't believe it. The Bucks went extra hard on this game to secure some cash money for the players to spend on gambling. This also makes sense that it would happen when Miyabi dropped. As we all know, Miyabi is the most hyped ZZZ character to come out. She was available during the beta testing, but she didn't come out on release. This disappointed a whole ton of people because she has the most aura, and a lot of people were scared that she would be this game's version of Ayaka. Thankfully, Hoyoverse didn't wait 2 years to drop her, and they ended up getting 338 1.8 million yen on day 1 for Japanese iOS alone. So with this in mind, I don't think that it would be too crazy to say that the Milwaukee Bucks players decided to lock the fuck in for that 500,000 and then proceeded to use all of it to max out their Miyabi. Also, the Section 6 unknown footage video was released on the last day of the NBA group stage games. I also believe this to be the fuel for Milwaukee's in-season run. So with this all in mind, I want to talk about the most notable riser during these games. That player being Damian Lillard. Throughout his stint in Milwaukee, Dame has been extremely subpar. During his last season in Portland, Lillard averaged 32, 5, and 7 on 46% shooting. And currently in Milwaukee, his numbers went down to 26, 5, and 8. Assists may have went up, but note that he's dropping 3 turnovers a night. Now, let's take those numbers and compare them to the ZZZ dates. On the 3 nights that we went over, Dame's time averaged 31, 4, and 8 on 55% shooting, with a further 49% from 3. This also gives him an assist-to-turnover ratio of 4. This would put him 9th in assist-to-turnover ratio this season. His free throws also sit at a 91%. Overall, these are respectable splits. Comparing them to his career stat line, it's not even close. Better stat line with all-around way higher efficiency. Dame's biggest issue is in the fact that he's pretty inefficient. Throughout his career, he hasn't shot 50% from the field once, and he barely shoots 40% from 3. On these days, he clears both without issue. And to put into perspective how much he rises, let's compare him to some all-time players. There have only been 7 times where a player averaged 31, 4, and 8 in a season. Oscar Robertson twice, Michael Jordan, Russell Westbrook, Luka Doncic twice, and Nikola Jokic right now. All of them average way higher assists and rebounds, but what about splits? None of them reached Dame. The closest was Jokic, but his free throw percentage sits at an 80. Damian Lillard may be playing extremely badly recently, but when a Zenless character releases, he transcends human limitations. So much so that the Bucks just might be able to become the greatest team in the league because of it. The highest 3-point percentage in the league as of now is held by the Cleveland Cavaliers with 39.9%. The highest all time is the 2016 Golden State Warriors with 42%. And the Zenless Zone Zero Bucks shoot 44% from deep when a new character is released. So from multiple angles of comparison, the Milwaukee Bucks improved drastically thanks mostly to Damian Lillard, and most importantly, thanks to gooning.
After all these years, finally, we have them all.
So this video took a long ass time to upload. I wanted to make this video on the night after the in-season tournament finals, but I was at school from 6 AM to 6 PM, so I really couldn't do much. The channel has also hit 4,000 watch hours, which means that I can start earning money from this shit. This does mean that I'm gonna start making every video 8 minutes long, at least for those mid-roll ads, and I hate ads as much as the next person, but my broke Filipino ass needs the money anyway. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing. And until next time.